As you know, our national security advisor, Jake Sullivan, says that there is room for an export control policy when it comes to these kinds of issues. And wondering if you agree with that, and if there's anything you can do from your perch to realize that kind of policy.
I absolutely agree with Senator Tillis that, and I agree, the American Invents Act, the Senate's Competition Innovation Bill, is a very good bill, bipartisan, and we've got our own house, the Eagle Act, but we ought to bring those two together in a bipartisan way and pass that, because the best way for us with China is to be a strong America, and there's a lot of investment in American industry. The other piece that the Senate's already done as well that we should take up is the bipartisan infrastructure. While that's not specifically about China's strategy, it is about investing in America and making sure we have infrastructure to compete in the 21st century. The third piece is, look, if I had a wand, I'd go back and wave it, and it'd be 2016, and we'd be passing TPP. Be moving forward on that deal. I do think that was a real strategic blunder for us not to get TPP across the finish line. I talk to the CPTPP countries all the time. They'd love the United States to get in there. That might be too far to go, but I certainly think a digital trade deal with the region is something that you might be able to do with the Biden administration. Certainly lots of Democratic members of Congress, Senate, and Republican members, House and Senate, I think would love to see a digital. We ought to set the rules and parameters with our allies. Talking to the Australians, the Japanese, the Kiwis, and others, they all want us back in the region economically and through trade deals. So it might be that Congress, the House and Senate, have to move first to nudge the administration along some cover. But I think that if we could do something in digital trade and eventually get into CPTPP, I think that would send a strong message to the region.